Then Sagar, what about you? Thank you, Shashank, for your introduction.
Yeah, sure. Actually, I am B.Tech chemical engineer and having a manufacturing experience as well. And I have done my MBA in marketing. Afterward, I have worked in IT sector as a BI developer for 3 years. So right now means I am facing some issues in IT because of the AI. So that's why I'm trying to transfer my career into SAP.
Okay, got it. Thank you, Sagar. Let's get into the
Sure, just wanted to know one thing. Will we get the recording of the sessions?
Yeah,
Means
will
if we
yeah you'll
missing
receive
some.
you'll receive it. Regarding those details, you can check with Akhil once. He'll provide you all the recordings as well to you once the session is completed.
Akhil, ma'am, I don't know the name of the person. So,
Like someone shared this link to you, right, to join this session.
yes, yes, yes,
Yeah,
yes, yes.
that person.
Okay, okay.
Yeah. Let's get into the topic. Today, mostly we have theory session only because it's an introduction about the SAP and ERP, what we have in SAP, why we prefer SAP. That is the thing. Mostly today's session is about theory part. By upcoming sessions, we'll go to the configuration, and I'll take the sessions based on alternative days, and it's a live session on the class. I have explained the things in my system, and after that I'll give 1 day to both of you. You have to prepare a document with the screenshots what you have learned, and you have to submit those screenshot documentations to me as well. Is that okay, right?
Yes, yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Let me share my screen and I'll show you the PPT presentation about SAP and everything. As today is a theory part session. Are you able to see my screen?
Yes.
Let me know once you are able to see it.
Yeah, only black one.
Give me 2 minutes, it's loading. I have shared the PPT presentation in the chat as well. Uh, what happened? Are you able to see, right? Hello? Sagar and
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
what happened? Welcome to Sap Sd Training. SD means sales and distribution. In today's course, we are going to know about what is SAP, like SAP introduction and ERP introduction and SD flow. These are the topics which we covered in this session. Coming to SAP, what is SAP? SAP stands for System Applications and Process Products in Data Processing. Like how we are using our applications or products in data processing. It is a German software company founded in 1972. SAP mainly prefers SAP ERP software. Like mainly we prefer SAP to integrate all the systems where all departments share the same data in real time. Like suppose uh, in SAP we have different modules like sales and distribution, material master, human resource management, production planning. All these combinedly integrated in SAP system where it is automatic process. There is no need of any manual thing. That is why mostly we choose SAP. There is no need of any distractions or no need of any delay. It is very smooth and safe process. So in this case we prefer SAP. SAP is as I mentioned, SAP is an ERP software, right? That helps organizations to manage and integrate business process. Mostly to integrate business process and to manage the things easily, to move them smooth. In that case, we prefer SAP. There is an evolution of SAP. Like initially, they choose SAP R1 structure. After that, they have moved to R2, R by 3, ECC, HANA, and S4 HANA. Now we are using S4 HANA. Coming to the initial one, SAP R1 structure was introduced in 1972. When the SAP was founded, at that time they have preferred to use R1 structure. In that R1, it is a single tier architecture. That means it is only having a one tier. In that mainly they have focused on financial accounting topics. There is no sales and distribution, material things. Their focus mainly on financial activities. At that time, data and applications were stored on only one system for R1 architecture. It is very complex to them to use because it is only single tier architecture. So after that, they have implemented R2. R2 is a mainframe based ERP system. Specifically, it is mainframe based because it is only one thing that is based on mainframes. Data storage, everything happened in mainframe computer. If you remember, initial days we have a computer to the complete room. We have only one big computer that is only in one room. Everyone have to use that computer if they want it. Nowadays we have laptops, but at the time they have only one computer. Same as that for SAP in R2 architecture, at that time they have used mainframe computers for the data processing. They have transferred the data or they connect through terminals, and it is a very expensive hardware at that time. Only central mainframe handles everything at R2 architecture, and it was introduced in 1979. Coming to SAP R3 architecture, it is very important. From SAP R3 architecture, we have to focus on everything because R3 specifies real-time processing 3-tier architecture, and it was introduced in 1992. R specifies real-time processing and 3 specifies 3-tier architecture. That means it has 3 layers: presentation layer, application layer, and database layer. Coming to presentation layer, these presentation layer specifies, it's a user friendly. Like this is the layer where users interact with SAP. Suppose we have a screen, SAP GUI screen. That means I am giving the inputs to that screen. It is giving a return request or return response to me. That is the presentation layer, which is helpful to us to interact easily with the users. That is called presentation layer. Application layer, we can call it as a mediator. Like for presentation layer and database layer, it acts as a mediator. In application layer, it's a brain of the SAP system, because with this application layer we can process the data and everything, logic behind the code or everything like process, configurations, everything happened at the application layer. As you know, coming to the database layer is used to store the data. This is about the R3 architecture. Main responsibilities of presentation layer is to display the data to the users, and as we mentioned, we are saying like about servers, about the hands-on experience, right? We have an SAP GUI screen. Now we can call it as a presentation layer, like SAP GUI, SAP Fiori, and some user screens and reports are comes under presentation layer. The main responsibilities is for presentation layer is to send request to the application layer. What we have given, that will send to the application layer. At that time it will check for the logic behind it. Suppose in SD, first thing it is about the creation of order, right? When we create something, I have created one order. At that time, through SAP GUI screen, I have given the details of the order. particular order, particular quantity, particular price. All these details I have given. After that, it will went to the application layer. In application layer, it will check whether the data is available or not, in that whether we have an existing logic or not, configuration or not. It will check. After that, if it is already existed, then it will go to the database layer to check the already stored data. This is about the layers. Main responsibilities of the application layer is which easily executes the SAP programs, and it will perform the validations, and it is used in processing the business logic, and it also handles the authorizations. Coming to the responsibilities of database layer, it stores the data mostly, like in SAP SD we have master data and configuration settings, and it also retrieves the data when we have any updates or any transactional data. If we have those things, are all stored in database layer. This is about R3 architecture. After that, they have implemented SAP ECC. ECC means ERP Central Component. It was introduced on 2004. Here we have an enhanced version of SAP R3 architecture. In that SAP R3 we have layers. In that, based on what we have given to the system, it will process and it will give the data, right? Here also same process, but it was something enhanced version. Here we have used some Oracle database to save our data, or IBM DB2. These are the databases we can store our data in the database layer specifically. This is about the SAP ECC. Most of the companies prefer to use SAP ECC because it is somewhat friendly to use. So nowadays they are using, some of the companies using ECC and some of the companies are using HANA as well. Coming to the HANA, it was introduced in 2010. HANA is just a database used to store the data. Comparison between ECC and HANA is, in HANA it is a memory database technology. In ECC we used many databases like Oracle, as I mentioned, IBM too, like that. But for HANA they only introduce a special database. HANA is a database. It is in-memory database. Because of this HANA, we have time reduction. It will not take that much of time to process the data. This is about the HANA. Coming to the SAP S4 HANA. Here S specifies SAP Business Suite. You can get a doubt like, what is Business Suite? Business Suite means it's a combination of, like in SAP we have SAP CRM, SAP SRM. All combinations we can call it as Business Suite. SRM means Customer Relationship Management. CRM means Customer Relationship Management. SRM means Supply Chain Management. Like that. Combinedly, all these called as Business Suite. It is a fourth generation of SAP Business. So we can call it as S4 HANA. HANA means High Performance Analytical Appliance. It is also somewhat a version of the HANA. HANA and S4 HANA, there is a difference. Those two are not same. Those two are different. In this S4 HANA, we are having a application and database layers are optimized to work together. And for S4 HANA, we did not use any other databases. It works only on HANA database. This is about S4 HANA. And coming to the difference between SAP HANA and SAP S4 HANA. SAP HANA is a database form. SAP S4 HANA is an ERP business application suite. SAP HANA, which is used to store and process the data. HANA is useful for us to store and process the data. But SAP HANA is runs the business process, like it will run the sales, financial, procurement things. HANA is a in-memory database, but SAP S4 HANA is next generation SAP ERP system, completely next generation coming things. All depends on SAP S4 HANA. This is the leading one in SAP. Maybe extensions will come, but as of now this is the thing which we are using. And coming to SAP HANA can be used in different applications, and HANA can be work in any database, but in SAP S4 HANA it will runs only on HANA database. These are the difference between SAP HANA and SAP S4 HANA. Coming to ERP, what is ERP? ERP means Enterprise Resource Planning. If you see, in ERP we have different modules. These are the modules which are how the departments, we can call it as modules and departments. ERP stands for Enterprise Resource Planning. It is an integrated software system from SAP that integrates finance, sales, procurement, HR into a unified platform. It is a centralized data across departments. Because of this, it improves the efficiency and automation. Mostly we choose ERP in SAP because it is user friendly, and we can integrate all the modules into a unified platform. Without any manual interaction, it will flow the process completely and easily. Coming to the SAP modules, in SAP we have two, they have divided into two sections. It has SAP functional and SAP technical. In SAP functional we have FICO. FICO means finance and controlling. PP means production planning, MM means material management, SD means sales and distribution, HR means human resource management. These are the function modules. Coming to the technical modules, in technical modules we have ABAP. It's a programming language. As you already know, we have Python language, Java language, like that. SAP prefers ABAP as a programming language. It is somewhat similar to SQL. If you are that much familiar with SQL, then it would be easy for both of you to learn ABAP as well. And SAP ABAP, SAP BW and BI also there. It is business warehouse management. It is completely about the Excel and how the data transferred. These are the technical modules, and these are the function modules. SD comes under function module. We'll discuss about one by one. Coming to the FICO, it's about finance and controlling. It manages accounting and financial transactions of a person. Suppose from OTC, we can call SAP SD or has an OTC also, order to cash cycle. In this case, after completing the payment, it will go to the financial things like accounting clearance, financial transactions, what happened, how much we get the profit, how much we get the loss, about the general and ledger accounts. All these things handled and comes under FICO. Coming to the production planning is about the material requirement planning, whether that particular material is available or not, about the cost, so about the product it is about. And mostly in PP, yes, Shashank, Sagar or Shashank?
Yes, yes.
Sagar.
Shivani, Sagar, yes. Shivani, I just wanted to know, means what is the profile for the SD? Means what is the actual work he is doing in company? Means apart from that, using the SAP software. So, what is the other role of SD professionals?
SAP SD consultants are called as functional consultants. That depends on projects we can call. This is an introduction only, na Sagar. So we can explain you in depth. Like as an SAP consultant, there are different types of projects we have, like support projects, implementation projects, upgrade projects, and rollout projects. These are the types of projects we have. Based on that, SAP consultant work on those cases. If it is support project, we have to work on the tickets. Like we have specific tools like ServiceNow. As of now, mostly prefer ServiceNow tool only. In the ticket, based on the users' request, like if they have any issues, users having any issues, they'll raise an issue tickets to us in the ServiceNow tool. Based on their issues, we have to work on it and we have to provide the solutions to them. This is about the support project. Coming to the implementation thing, if it is about implementation, we have to implement something. Like suppose there is one sales organization, but it is not extended to some plant, it is not extended to particular division. At that time, at configuration level, we have to implement the things. This is about the implementation. And rollout and upgrade. If it is already there and you have to upgrade something to that particular thing, then at that time we prefer upgrade projects. Like there is one project, it is already working, but they have to do some enhancements or they have to do some changes in their project. At that time, they have to upgrade their project details, right? At that time, they call it as a upgrade project and they do some upgradations in their project. For that, we'll work on it based on the user's requirement. We'll provide all the details in the upcoming sessions, as this is an intro section, right?
Yes, yes, yes. Actually, means I don't know about you, so that's why I'm asking. Also, one of the means there is one doubt.
Okay.
So means if we want to sell something, so do we have the list of customers or means we have to search for it?
Can you repeat it again? I'm having disturbance from my end. Can you please
Yes, yes.
speak loud?
Yeah, I'm asking to you like means
Hmm?
while working on the SD, so is there is a list of the customers in the company or we have to search for it?
We have, for that concept, we have a master data concept. In that, we have different types of master data, like specific to the customer, specific to the materials. We have those things. You can ask me these questions, but not in the first session. Na? I'll tell you in the next session.
Okay, okay.
It's a
And also I request you means when there is an
hmm?
something important part, na? So
Hmm?
means according to the interview point of view and other means also the practical point of view. So just means tell us that is the important part and means as
Yeah,
related to the interview or something like that.
yeah, you are correct. As you mentioned, for every customer, there is a record maintained. As I mentioned in the database layer, I clearly mentioned about the master data topic, right? It stores the master data and it stores the transactional data in the database layer, right? In that master data, it will store all the customer details, all the material details, all the details. I'll tell you in the next session. Like it's a flow, Sagar. One by one we have to go, then only we'll get a complete idea about it.
Okay, okay, sure.
Yeah, it's just a small introduction about SAP. What are the modules we have, how we call it, what is ERP, what is SAP, uh, what is the actual version, like a current version we are using in SAP GUI screen. It's a 18.00 version we are using.
Yeah, I'm also means searching for it, and also getting to know that means there is a Joule version as well, and also can we cover up the AI in something AI is introduced in the SAP as well. So
SAP Joule and SAP AI, you mean to say, right?
yes, yes, yes. So will you teach us? Means is it in our syllabus?
Okay, we'll try for that as well. As we bond up with these things, firstly we'll complete with SD HANA till HANA, ECC HANA. After that, we'll plan for Joule and AI as well.
Not for Joel, but what introduction of AI means at
Yeah,
least the introduction for the AI means
yes,
how it
sure.
is working. Yes, yes.
I'll plan one session for AI as well.
Okay, okay.
What is SAP SD? SAP SD is a core function module in SAP which manages sales activities and customer distribution process in a company. Like in SAP SD, it's all about the sales activities. Suppose in real time example, I'll explain. I order something from the shop or from Meesho or any online platform. I have ordered something. Once you order something, it will give you the delivery date automatically, and once the delivery is happened, after that you will get an invoice, payment details, everything, right? In SAP SD, how the sale happen from customer to till the payment, it's between customer and company. Mostly SAP SD process flow, commonly called as order to cash cycle. It comprises of business operations of managing a prospective client's initial request to collecting final payments, like how we ordered, how the delivery happened, how the invoice happened, and whether the final payment happened or not, completed or not. This is the flow. This is the actual flow coming from inquiry. In SAP SD, we have few steps. Initially, we have pre-sales activities. After that, sales order processing. After that, shipping, and after that, invoicing. In pre-sales activities, we have two things: inquiry and quotation. What is inquiry and what is quotation? Pre, in the name itself it's suggesting like pre-sales. That means before doing any sales operation, we have to check few things, like pre-request, we can call it as. Like suppose I want to buy something, but I don't know about the product, so I have to inquire about the product, right? That is called
Such,
inquiry. Yes, Shashank?
I think I'm telling this. It is like we are searching in e-commerce example.
I didn't get you, can you please repeat?
No, I'm just relating to that inquiry part. Like I'm just telling an example, like how we search in an e-commerce platform.
Yeah.
Uh,
It's all about the product inquiry with from customer to the company. Like it's a customer interest, whether the product is available or not, how much the cost of that particular product, whether it is available or not. It's between company and the customer, how the customer expresses interest to that particular company about that product. This is called inquiry. Suppose we go somewhere, we have interest on that product to buy. At that time we inquired about something about the product, right? About the cost, about the quality of the product, about the price of the product. This is called inquiry about the product. In this inquiry, in SAP format, we can call it as a document where a customer asks about the product details, like If I order something, if I order this product, when will be the delivery date, whether this product is available or not in your company, whether the availability of the price is there or not, do we have any discounts, like these things are comes under inquiry. Because of this inquiry there is no accounting impact, right? Because we are not buying anything, so it will not impact any accounting, and there is no stock reduction also. It's just an inquiry. If we like that product we can buy it, if not we can ignore it, right? This is about the inquiry. In SAP system, coming to the hands-on, at that time when customer wants to start an actual sales order process, at that time first we have to create an inquiry document to inquiry about the product using the transaction VA11. If you want to note down, you can note down. VA11 transaction is used to create an inquiry document. It is not a legal document, just it is a document for our understanding. Like we have a product, we like that product, in that case only we prefer to create an inquiry document. Coming to the quotation. Quotation is also a document created after the inquiry. Once the inquiry is completed about the product, if the customer is willing to take, like if that is okay for that customer, then it's an legal document, or it's called an agreement between the customer and the company. Quotation happens at the company level. Company give the details to the customer, has a document mentioning, like based on the inquiry document which you shared, where the customer shared the document to the company, right? Based on that quotation, you can call it as response from the company, like as per your request, it is okay for us, these are the details, this is the price of the product, this is the quality of the product, this is the delivery date which we can give as soon as possible, like that. It's a quotation is a document. In that
So BLA, Shivan, one more doubt. BLA11 we have to create, or it is created already?
No, it is we have to create the quotation documents. That is also depends on scenarios, Sagar. Some companies prefer to create quotation documents, some companies prefers no need of any quotations. Without having quotations also they will directly create the orders. But as per the SD flow, first we have to inquiry and then we'll get the details from the customers, and that after we'll create the order based on the pre-request.
No, I am asking about the BLA11.
Sorry, you're asking about?
Inquiry document, BLA11, na?
Yeah, inquiry document.
You told BLA11 document, right?
Yeah, VA11 for inquiry creation.
Which will you repeat?
Inquiry creation VA11. Quotation.
BLA11.
Yeah, let me show you in the system as well then. This is the GUI screen. Here we have to give the transaction T codes. We can call it as transactional codes. Using these transactional codes, we can go to the particular screens, specific screens. As I mentioned, VA11 transaction is for inquiry. Are you able to see right here? Hello?
Yes. Means it is a code for creating that document, right?
Creating the inquiry. If you see here.
Inquiry, yes.
Yeah, inquiry. Here we have to give the details of inquiry type, sales or distribution channel and division. After that we have to we have to enter, and it will ask few details. In the next session I will explain these things. And we have a standard inquiry type is IN, standard one. This is about the inquiry. And coming to quotation, it is VA21. It is about the quotation creation. For quotation it is QT, standard type. These two, VA11 is for inquiry, VA21 is for quotation. These two are the pre-sales activities. Before actual sales order processing starts, before that customer showing the interest about the product, after that we are getting the response from the company to the customer based on his or her interest. We'll get the quotation. This is the quotation. Quotation T code VA21 creates a legally binding price offer with a defined validity periods based on the inquiry. What the customer inquired about the product, based on that a quotation we received from the company. I guess you got the point about the inquiry and the quotation.
Yeah, one more doubt, Shivam. So how will we know means by using which software we will get the know about the inquiry?
Which software?
No, I'm asking how we will know the means we will get the inquiry from this customer or that customer means uh,
All the
they
data has
email
been
us.
stored in the tables. You can check in the tables based on the
Okay,
type.
that suppose means customer is inquired for some product, so some ticket will generate from their side, right?
Yes.
So how we will means how where we will see that ticket?
Let me show you that one as well. Suppose you are the customer, you raised inquiry about the product to the company. At that time in SAP system there are two ways to check on it. In the table level we can check who's the customer and who raised it. Here there is a specific tables. Like we have these types. Here we have to give the type, whether it is inquiry, right? So in this document type we have to give the type and we have to execute. Then we can know with that customer. Here we have the details of customer as well. Based on this we can enter the details on that data. Based on the data we can able to see how many customers, how many requests are raised. We can call it as a report as well. We'll get the report based on the customers, like that. Here you can check, and if you know the specific customer also you can check in VA20, VA13. It is about the display of the inquiry. You already having a customer reference number. All sold to party is also a customer. If you give the customer number and if you search here, you can able to see the all the inquiries which was raised by the particular customer. If you want to check based on the material, then also you can check here. By giving the
Okay.
material details, and
Yes, yes,
here you
understood.
can check. These are about the inquiry and the quotation. Coming to the sales order. Here actual sales order processing starts at the order creation. After pre-sales activities, it based on the reference of the quotation will create the order. Once order created, how order is created? For order we use a transaction as VA01. Standard order type is OR. I'll tell you about the organization structure, organization data in the next session. It has some configurations as well. I'll explain those configuration things in the next session. Here we have to give the order type as OR. After that we have to give these three details: sales or distribution channel and division. Here we can do two things. With the reference we can create, and without reference we can create. If we want to create, without reference, we have to give all the details here for order creation. Now if it is with reference to the quotation, then we have to give the quotation number here. If we give the quotation number here, it will copy the details what we have in the quotation, and it copies all the data and it will paste in the order, and with the reference of quotation it is creating the order. This is about the order. Sales order, we use VA01 transaction. It is a contract between the company and the customer. I have ordered something from the one company. I have performed inquiry and quotation, and it is fine for me to take that product. At that time, I will create one sales order with the reference of quotation. I created one document. That means I am agreed. I am, yes Shashank. Sorry, Sagar.
मैम ये जो रेफरेंस यानी रेफरेंस ऑर्डर हम मोस्टली वही जनरेट करते होंगे ना, या विदाउट रेफरेंस भी ऑर्डर क्रिएट करते हैं?
We can create with reference, we can create without reference, we can create.
बट मैम विदाउट कोटेशन यानी विदाउट इंक्वायरी, अगर इंक्वायरी आती है तो वहाँ से हम कस्टमर का समझ लो डेटा कॉपी कर सकते हैं, बट विदाउट रेफरेंस कैसे हो सकता है, यानी क्यों होता है वो समझाएंगे क्या, कैसा होता है?
We have to give manually. Let me show you that one. Suppose this is the standard order. Don't stick to the single point, because in SAP SD we have many things, like as I mentioned, I will not prefer pre-sales activities. Actually, I'm the person, I want to buy something. I don't want to inquire about the product. I don't want to do the quotation. Just I want to create one product. I want to get one product. At that time, I'll go to the system and I'll give randomly some numbers, and I'll prefer to buy one product from these company, from these source. At that time, these are not extended. At that time, we have to create manually. Here, sold to party and ship to party specifies about the customer. Here we have to give the customer number, and here we have to give the customer number. Do we have any reference, customer reference? Then we have to give here. Customer reference is nothing but inquiry or quotation. If you have anything, you can give here. If you don't have anything, you can ignore. You can give it as test or anything. In some scenarios, they can call it as purchase order as well. I mean to say, order creation is not only one thing. They created with references, without references, with PR, with PO. There is many. Here they'll give, and after that which material we want to buy and what is the material quantity we have to buy. Here we have to give all the details. After that we have to save. Then it will create one order. This is the agreement, and we are accepting the contract between the company and the customer. Suppose you both are working in one company and I am the customer. I want to buy one product from your company. I did not inquire anything about the product. I don't know anything about the product, but I listened somewhere about the product that it is good from your company. At that time I want to buy that product. What should I do? I'll directly come to your place, or I'll directly ask the company, I want to buy this product. For that I want to fill some details, right? So which product I want, how much quantity I want, how I am, like I am the customer, where I want the goods to be delivered. These are the details which we given in this order screen. Hope you get my point.
Yes, thank you.
This is about the order. In this scenario, at the time of order creation, it will check few parameters like credit check, availability check. These two are mostly important. Credit check means I am the customer. It is specific to the customer. As I mentioned, sold to party and ship to party comes under the customer. Here we'll give the customer number. Suppose my number is 100. I am the customer with 100 number. My name is 100 and the ship to party is also same. I am the person, like to my location only I want to deliver the goods. I want to get the goods. At that time here also it is 100. For suppose at that time it will check to save this particular order it will check few parameters like credit check and availability check. Credit check means whether these customer performing the payment activities correctly or not. You know CIBIL, right? If you have good CIBIL only you can get further loans like that. If you have good credits only, then you can able to create an orders. If you have a bad credit checks or bad credit limit, then it will not allow you to create any orders. Got it?
Ma'am, we are not taking some initial payment from the customers before delivering the product, or we are just
No.
giving the product on their credibility, means credits only.
Initially I want to buy something, but it will check based on my background, right? First whether they'll not trust or blindly trust the people, right? So at that time it will check about the customer background, like whether he or she paying the bills correctly or not, payments correctly time to time or not, whether how it is happening, whether they have a good credit check or not, like that. If that person don't have that pre-request of credits, then they will not agree for it and they'll not move forward with it because
Suppose, ma'am,
huh?
if there is a new customer, means
Okay.
if new customer is coming and his code is not saved in our system,
Yeah.
so how we will tackle that customers? Means first of all, we will take some initial payment from that customer, or we just check the credit only and save his details in our system.
For initial customers there is nothing right to check the credits. At that time based on the payment only we can consider.
Okay.
If you have any history, then we can check. If you don't have any history and this is the new customer, then no need of checking credits. Just they'll create and they'll do the payments. That's it. This is about the order. As I mentioned, this is about the credit check, and after that it will check the ATP, that means availability check. Availability check of the particular material. I want to buy one product, but that particular product is not available in warehouse or in any manufacturing, somewhere it is not available. At that time, in order point of view, here it will show, it will check for the availability for particular material is available or not. If the particular material is available, we can proceed with the order creation. If it is not available, then it will show you on this particular date it will available. As of now it is not available, like that it will show in the system. Once all these prerequisites are completed, then only it will create a order. Next, delivery. This is the flow now. We completed with inquiry, quotation and order, and now it's delivery. Delivery means once order is ordered, once a customer ordered a product, that has to be delivered to that customer, right? Based on the order, in order we have a schedule lines. In that schedule lines we have a delivery date. Based on the delivery date, it will deliver the goods to the particular customer. Everything shipping happens here only. Delivery specifies to deliver the goods to the particular customer. Here there is a concept of outbound delivery. If it is created with order to delivery, then it is called as outbound delivery. If it is created with purchase order, then it is called as inbound delivery. If it is purchase order inbound delivery, then there we have done post goods receipt. That is for PTP point of view. For SD, it is order, delivery and PGI, post goods issue. Outbound delivery, we use the transaction VL02N. Let me show that one. Our order has been created. Once the order created, we have to do the delivery for that order. So we use VL01N transaction. VL01N. Here we have to give the details, shipping point, selection date, and it is creating with the reference of order, right? Based on the order only we are delivering the goods. So we have to give the order number here. For creating the delivery, shipping point and delivery date and order reference is the important parameters which we have to give in. If you want to create two deliveries to two different locations, at that time based on the shipping point it will differentiate. Suppose I have two shipping points, one naming it as 1 and naming it as 2. I have 3 products in one order. I have 3 products in one order, but I have to deliver those goods to different locations. At that time, while creating the delivery, we have to give the shipping points, like 1 shipping point, and we have to give the details. Based on that, it will pick and it will deliver the goods to the particular customer. And after that, next shipping point, and it will create one more delivery to the particular customer. This is about the delivery. And let me tell you, VL02N. This is for change.
Ma'am,
Give me 2 minutes, let me complete here. I mentioned about the creations transactional codes VA01, VA11, VA21 and VL01. These are the creations of the documents. After creating, you did some mistake. You want to change those documents before creating the subsequent documents. At that time, we have transaction codes like VL02N. 2 specifies change, 3 specifies display, 1 specifies creation. If it is VA01, 1 means creation. If it is VA02, that means 2 specifies change. VA03, 3 for display. You want to see what order you have created. At that time, use VA03. You want to make some changes in your order, like suppose price, quantities or dates you have to change. At that time, you can use VA02. Got it? Hello? Open Hello? you able to see my screen?
Yes.
Sorry, I actual time went off now, so call discontinued. Is my screen visible? I am in post goods issue.
Yes.
In outbound delivery, we use the transaction code VL01N. Using this transaction, we create the delivery. In delivery, picking, packing can be done. I created one delivery. I want to pick the goods from somewhere, like from warehouse. I have to pick the goods. At the time, we'll do the picking. I want to pack the goods, and I have to put somewhere, like handling units. Picking and packing, these two are optional. Packing is mostly optional. Most of the people, they can't consider packing because it will introduce the concept of handling units. So mostly till picking. After that, packing, after the GI. Delivery, picking, packing, and GI. Packing is an optional thing, but picking is a mandatory thing. You delivered some goods, but you have to pick those goods from warehouse, right? Picking happen when it determines the goods from the warehouse. In the delivery creation, let me show you in the system. Suppose this is one delivery. Okay, this is the ship to party, means for this customer we are delivering the goods. After that, for this particular material we have to pick the goods. Picking happen, we have to give the picking quantity here. Here it has to be delivery quantity. Delivery quantity needs to be the same as picked quantity. Then it is taking the goods from the warehouse. In this scenario, it is not relevant for the picking because here there is no warehouse execution. It is not relevant to warehouse point of view. If it is warehouse point of view, then here we have to give the picked quantity as a delivery quantity. Got it? Hello?
Ma'am,
Yes, yes.
Yeah, this 1 minute. This is about the picking quantity. After that, post goods issue, PGI, using VL02N. After creating the delivery, we'll do the PGI. Here in PGI, it will confirms the inventory. Initially, before creating the order, we have to check the stock, whether we have a stock or not. In MMB transaction, we can check the stock, whether we have a stock to create particular product with that quantity or not. We can check there. At the time of PGI, it will reduce the stock at the warehouse level. Here if you see, confirms the formal departure of the inventory. That means it reduces the it reduces the stock at the inventory level. That when you check, once the GI happened, we have a reduced quantity in the transaction MMBA, and records the cost of goods sold. That means it is delivered to that particular customer. That means it is showing in the accounting books in COGS. There we can able to see that was credited. From financial point of view, it is credited. From inventory point of view, it was debited. These two happen automatically once GI completed. and we can check the status whether GI happened or not. This is goods movement. For this particular delivery it is not happened, so it is still in A status. If it is completed, it is in C, like that. This is about GI. Any doubts on GI and delivery?
No.
The next step is invoice, nothing but billing document. As per our flow, first order created and then delivery and picking and then GI and next invoice. Goods are delivered, but we have to do the billing, like payment. My system got stuck 2 minutes on. As per these flow, after delivery will do the PGI. If it is with the link up of warehouse management, at that time we will create the transfer orders to pick the goods from the warehouse. For transfer orders we use the transaction LT03, and we have to confirm those transfer orders. Then after that we'll do the GI. Based on the delivery we'll create the invoice. From invoice point of view, we can create by reference of two things. One, with order we can create, with delivery we can create the invoice. Here with delivery reference we are creating the invoice. Billing process. After GI we have to create the invoice using the transaction VF01. This is the delivery after that VF01. Now we are creating the invoice with reference of delivery, right? So here we have to give the delivery number and we have to enter, then it will create an invoice document. Invoice is nothing but billing document. If it is with reference of order, we have to give the order number here, then it will create a billing document. Invoice creation generates the formal billing document for the customer using delivery date as per the reference point. Based on the delivery date, we are considering delivery as a reference, so billing document was created. At this time, accounting sync happened, like finalizing the invoice. It automatically posts the revenue. At the stage of GI, as I mentioned, once GI is completed, at the time stock was reduced and COGS was posted, costing and everything was posted from the financial point of view, right? Once billing document is created, it is an integration between SD and FICO. Here revenue accounts has been automatically posted. It is between SD and FI. Accounting happened at that time. Customer receivables within the financial accounting. Like at that time, once the customer done with the payment, it is for the customer it is debit, and for the company it's credits, right? That is between SD and FICO. For financial point of view, it was credited to them, and for the customer point of view, it is debited to that particular customer once the payment has been done. It is comes under revenue account determination, and it is between the integration of sales and distribution and the financial accounting. finance and payment receipt. Here the receipt settlement, this all comes under financial. They'll use the transaction f dot 28. Using this transaction code, they post the customer payments to the specific general and ledger accounts, and they'll balance out the customer balances and closing out the cycle. With this last step, the complete SD flow has been completed. Customer made the payment to that particular company. After that, financial documents has been generated at the financial side. Like customer debit, for the customer the payment has been debited, and for the company it has been credited. And that customer payment details are stored in the general and ledger accounts of that particular customer. Based on that only we can track our credit checks of that particular customer. This is the cycle of SD, and this is the final step in the SD flow. Do you have any questions? In today's session, we have covered SAP introduction, ERP introduction, SD flow, and about the projects, and few configuration things like how we create orders, inquiries, quotations, and everything. Till this session, do you have any queries?
Out of this session, I had one few doubt. Uh, like other than SCP, all this software which you are learning, what is the company expect from a particular person? Like if there are suppose like 10 people who know this SCP, all this process, but they want to hire only one person. So how they decide? Like what is the main important character they would see?
Mostly, why companies prefer SAP?
No, no. Suppose there are 10 people who already learn this SCPSG module. You know, out of these 10 people, what makes the company to select one guy out of these 10 people? You know, what is the specialty they look on the particular person?
That depends on their requirement, and that depends on their experience. Suppose 10 people gone to the interview for one company, suppose.
Okay. Yeah.
Some people, like 3 people are having more experience. Theoretically they have experience, but practically they don't have experience on configuration point of views. And there is 2 people, they are having less experience, but they have good knowledge on configuration point of view, and they can able to understand everything at that time based on their requirement. It depends on the company requirement, Shashank. Like if they want fresher, they can take, and they can took the people, and they can make the training to them, and they'll explain everything to them. If they want experienced people, based on their project or based on the company, based on that they can take the people. Or if
No,
this
no, I'm asking. Suppose there is a particular role. Um, everyone are freshers. They are looking for freshers, and 10 people has the same knowledge. Example.
okay.
But other than this knowledge, what we call this software knowledge. Out of that knowledge, like what is the other they can see, like how we can. Suppose if you are going to any interview, they'll ask some analytical questions also, so how you react in a particular situation. Other than this software.
Okay, I'll answer the question.
Yeah.
Session. In interview perspective, there are 10 people, right? So 10 people won't have same mindset, same knowledge, same training, and what is it? Same process they know. Right? Some guy might have worked in one company, other guy worked in another company. In although if they have same knowledge, right? So they will look
Yes.
at your salary first. What is your current package?
Okay.
Okay. So if other guy is having less package and is having same knowledge as you, but you have more package, preference will be given to whom? Other guy, right? Although you performed well, they will also look at their budget, right? Budget. So how
Mm-hmm.
much they want to give. Talking about freshers, right? Talking
Yeah.
about freshers, we will, talking about freshers, they will see your core module, how you are able to explain the process, how you are able to explain the
Mm-hmm.
configuration, and
Mm-hmm.
what certifications, if you have done anything certification, and uh, how how you have worked with cross modules, how you can collaborate with team, how you explain the things, right? Like it is not like tell me about SD